Hello everybody. Right, so I've now positioned some of the retaining walls that I built in a previous video. I've placed them on the layout just to see what they're like. On this section here is, well, this raised section here is slightly lower than the rest of the raised section. I'll show you in a sec. So I may need some slight modifications done, but I'm pretty pleased with them at the moment. They still need a bit of weathering and stuff like that, but I think up against the 143, I think they really do look the part. So I'll give you a better look. So now on this wider angle shot, you can see whereabouts they are. Let me zoom it round, or pan it around. So this is the section at the back of the layout. This is the lowest bit. Now, as you can see, this section here is hard to show you from the other side. Ideally I'd like the track to be about there, but it's about there. So I might just have to build up with some ballast or something like that. Reason being was to get one of these. So the brickwork only comes up to there. I think the track is sitting around there. So I'll just build it up with some ballast and stuff, and I think it'll be alright. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So, however, just turn you around, on the section over there it's actually slightly higher and it almost sits perfectly. So yeah, it's not too bad. So now all of this section has been underlaid. So the whole track has had its cork underlay fitted. I think I've just got a tiny little bit more to do over here. So this section here, where the maintenance yard and things like that is going to be, is the only section left to underlay. So just the sidings and things. Everything else is done. So then I can maybe start painting a base colour up, and do some ballasting, I guess. So it's my first time up in the loft for quite some time, really. It's been way too hot to come up here. This is the first day of rain we've had. It's now Saturday morning, so I'm hoping I'm going to get the rest of this underlay done, and then I'll probably carry on with dropper wires, I think. Then I've still got quite a few to do. Not sure exactly how many I am going to do, but we'll carry on. Right, so I have been doing some dropper wiring, which is pretty tedious. I've done some over this side of the layout. This is the far back wall. So I was getting a little bit bored of doing the droppers, so I've decided to fit a point motor. So I've taken this off of my demonstration board from the previously made Megapoints kind of practice rig. I've taken a servo, so I'm going to fit all of this, and then hopefully I'll do a demonstration. Right, so the first thing we need to do is position the point in the center and then we need to drill a hole through. So what I'm going to do, through the point control arm hole, I'm going to drill a tiny hole with a tiny drill bit with the Dremel. See the back of it. See, I might be able to see. Probably going to get my hand in the way now, but that worked. Okay, so underneath should have a nice little hole. So now what we need is a hole through the baseboard that is as wide as the complete travel of the hole, which is probably about 5 or 6 mil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a smaller hole through first from underneath, and then build up. So the next thing we're going to do with our aluminium section, which I've already drilled some holes in. This is the one off the test piece, so it's already got some holes drilled in. So you're going to want a very small hole at the end, as close to the end as you can get it, I guess. This is for the piano wire to go through. You want it as central as you can get it. I know mine's slightly off centre, but that should be fine. Yeah, that's about it. So now we're going to screw this to the bottom of the baseboard with this hole in the centre of our hole, so it should line up with the hole in the bit that moves on the point when you've got it in a central position. Alright, so I've fitted the servo underneath, which is held nicely in position, just by its own friction really. And you can see the points are still in the central position, so absolutely useless for running drains over. Right, I've plugged it into the Megapoints control board, and I'm going to show you programming it. Can't remember if I showed this on another video before or not, but right, so this is the Megapoints control board. So I've just got the one servo plugged into it at the moment, and it is wired up to a toggle switch. So we are in programming mode at the moment. So, and you do that just by pressing the programming button. So now we need to set the high and low points for the servo. So we basically press and hold the low button, and you'll see the servo move. So once it's in the desired position, we can then just go to the high button and hold it until that's in the position we want it in. And that is it. It is as simple as that. You then cycle out of it. There's 12 different positions on here, so you count through all of those positions, and then we are back in normal mode. So now, with a flick of this switch, the point moves. I'll show you a closer look at that. Right, so and there's a good amount of force in there. No train's gonna push through it or anything like that. yeah, there we go. Pretty easy. Only another 20 odd to go. Just a word of warning, if you're using this piano wire, don't try and cut it with your Xeron cutters. As you can see, I now have a big dent in mine, which is a shame. So use a Dremel, or if you've got an old pair of pliers like I have, which you don't really care about, they seem to cut through it alright. Yeah, I was surprised at that. So it's pretty hard steel, I would imagine. But anyhow, right, I've tried to keep this one a little bit shorter. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I'll be back soon, hopefully with some more videos and stuff. I'm going to try and get around some more of these point motors and work out how to do a control board for them in its simplest way. So yeah, if you missed the previous video, you can click here. If you'd like to subscribe, you can click here. Thanks for watching, everyone.